Welcome back to the channel, my friends. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and today we're going to be talking about the Scourge of Ghyran. This video is sponsored by the Game Bunker. More on that later. Scourge of Ghyran. Get ready to sack or save the realm of life. The Scourge of Ghyran series may be over, but it has all just been a prelude for the real action. War is coming to the Jade Realm, and Naos the Ever-Blooming is at the center of the maelstrom. But why should this concern you, citizens of the realms, while you're sitting comfy in your gilded manse in Shaman or getting a nice tan from the ambient light of Haish? But simply the island of Neos is the focal point of the General's Handbook 2025-26. And when you've got 2,000 point army or two, everything looks like a match play battle waiting to happen. With the rampacious Ratman of the Skaven and the bloated Maggotkin of Nurgle setting their sights firmly, wellsprings of bountiful life emanating from the Jade Wound, Neos and its surrounding kingdoms are set to become a bloodsick theater of war. And the new Match Play Battle Pack gives you a vibrant new set of rules to bring these battles to life. Great pun. Alright, so in typical Games Workshop fashion, not the most well-written article, but very cool little map right here. We see the Jade Wood bursting out, and then obviously what's going on in the Mortal Realms. So here we can see the General's Handbook 25-26, see the actual book itself. We see like the various cards and everything for match play. We have the new objective markers that are included, and then we see some manifestation cards included as well. On top of the new General's Handbook, which is available to pre-order tomorrow, every faction has received generous rules update, adding new list construction opportunities alongside exclusive Scourge of Ghyran War Scrolls, all for use in the upcoming 2025-26 season. If you missed any of the articles, you can check them all out below for an overview of the changes in each faction. We've got battle formations, prayer lores, spell lores, heroic traits, monstrous traits, buff Carrick acolytes, avenging ruined sons, and their trusty magma dross. Blood terrors willing to lend a hand, literally all-powerful incarnations of heroes like Radagast and Pontifex Sinestra, and much, much more. Alright, so all of that in like the various faction update rules. Everybody got at least like 2 war scrolls and then some various different buffs as well. So pretty cool. You have like some alternate war scrolls that you can take. We've got a new set of like missions and rules for this season. We got 1 year to play this out basically. And then of course these cool new objectives as well. All of this will be on Warhammer Age of Sigmar app from June 11th. The pitch battle profiles for all the Scourge of Ghyran units will be up in time for you to start challenging foes over the 12 new battle plans in the General's Handbook, which also includes 6 objective markers with designs that match those in the battle plans. Alright, and then if we just jump over to the view downloads. So here we can see from the recently added, we have the Scourge of Ghyran Soulblight Gravelords, we have the Legends Compendium, Regiments of Renown, Battle Profiles and Rules Updates, Scourge of Ghyran Sylvaneth, Scourge of Ghyran Maggotkin of Nurgle, Scourge of Ghyran Ogre Maw Tribes, Scourge of Ghyran Hedonites of Slaanesh, and Scourge of Ghyran Lumineth Realm Lords. And then if you want to see all of the other ones, we can just go down here to the Scourge of Ghyran. And then here we have all of the previous ones that were just released. So these 6 just came out today. And then we have all of the previous ones that have been released so far. And I think that's going to total it up and give us all of them now. Yeah, so that is 25 total factions, all with their Scourge of Ghyran updates. So pretty cool right there. And then, of course, worth paying attention to what's going to Legends here.
Now a quick word from today's sponsor, Game Bunker. Game Bunker carries a full range of Games Workshop products, including miniatures, terrain, paint tools, and more. Game Bunker offers 15% off MSRP for most Games Workshop products with the discount code WHMS. Receive free shipping in the continental United States on orders over $145. Online orders ship out within 24 hours. Game Bunker is a veteran-owned business. Use affiliate link below, enter discount code WHMS to save 15% on most items at checkout. For fast, friendly service with a discount on your favorite tabletop wargaming purchases, visit GameBunker.net and let them know that Warhammer Man sent you.
Alright, so it looks like we got a couple of the Skaven units that did not get recent models with the various update that just came out. So Skaven just got a ton of new stuff, and it looks like some of the older stuff is going away. And then just kind of scrolling down here, it looks like all of the warcry units, the Corvus Cabal, and like various other warcry units are going away, or at least going to Legends. And then we also got a bunch of the demons units that look like they're going away for all of the various different chaos gods. So very interesting to see that, as it does look like Games Workshop is kind of getting away from the demons, kind of trimming those ranges. And then finally, the next big change, it looks like all of the Warhammer Underworlds are going to Legends as well. So no longer going to be able to take the Warhammer Underworlds warbands into your Warhammer Age of Sigmar armies. So quite a bit going away here. It is 49 pages, and there's like 2 data sheets on each page. So basically about 100 units going away for Age of Sigmar. So this will definitely help out Games Workshop with like the balance aspect of the game. But unfortunately, some of the coolest models and some of the most unique units are going to be removed from the game, at least for like competitive play. Still be able to use the Legends War Scrolls and play with them with your friends in casual games, but for the most part, this is typically where units go to die. And then we also have the core rules and downloads. So we have the battle profiles and rules updates. We have the core rules, Spearhead rules, terrain list, and glossary. We have the quick start guide, and then we have the Spearhead reference. So not sure exactly what has changed on the battle profiles and rules updates, but no doubt all of the legend stuff has been moved down to the legends area. Doesn't look like there's any actual like points updates, like at least sweeping wise, but it does say at the top here, for instance, if you look at the Daughters of Cain, it does say updated, and then that's like a little tab on the side there. And then there is a little star right here with the Hag Queen on Cauldron of Blood, so I'm assuming that is what was updated. All right, so yeah, if we go down to the Seraphon here, again, we see like the little updated prompt up here in the top right. And then we see the stuff that was updated has those little stars. And then we also see some green highlighted areas as well. So if you just go over and check out your faction or just check out like the overall list, should be able to pick out fairly easily what has been actually updated, what changes were made, and how this will affect you going forward in Age of Sigmar. So it is 86 pages. Does look like there's fairly like small amount of actual updates. So we see like for the Soulbite Gravelords who just got a bunch of new stuff. We see the Blades of the Hollow King, Kato Ezekiel, the Hollow King, some minor changes made there. But for the most part, a lot of the factions have just been left alone. So I don't think we should see like too many like sweeping updates or like changes. Here we can see a little note for the Soulbite Gravelords. Basically, the following units no longer have current war scrolls. So we see the Graveguard, Black Knights, and Zombie Dragon. But it does say that you can use those units, obviously, just by rebasing them. So you move the Graveguard over to become Barrow Guard and 28.5mm bases. The Black Knights can become Borrow Knights on the 60 by 35mm bases. And the Zombie Dragon can become the Revenant Draconith on 160mm base. So Games Workshop fully embracing what we were already going to do anyway, which is basically just rebase our models and use them as the new corresponding units. Even though the names and models have changed, no reason to put those models on the shelf and not use them anymore. And then now if we just scroll down to the Battle Profiles Warhammer Legends, we can see that a bunch of the Warhammer Underworlds warbands are not officially here on the Legends sheet. So we do have War Scrolls for them, we do have points for them, and then of course like notes and restrictions, but those are no longer viable in match play. So we'll keep digging through this and see if there's any other like updates worth note. But let me know what you think of the new Scourge of Ghyran, what you think of the new season with the new battle plan. Let me know what you think of the new season coming for Warhammer Age of Sigmar. Are you feeling reinvigorated, excited for the new season? Looking forward to the rules changes and putting your armies on the table? Are you a little disappointed as you really enjoyed the previous General's Handbook? Always like to hear back from you guys in the comments. And as always, special thanks to the Game Bunker for sponsoring the channel. Check out the link in the description to save 15% on most Games Workshop products with code WHMS at checkout. Warhammer Man Studios, I'm Warhammer Man. And I am really excited for the new season of Warhammer the Age of Sigmar. And I'm out of here.